Good morning, students, and welcome to another episode of Coach Stroud's What to Read While Quarantined, Episode 14, Spring Break Edition. Students, as we move into our spring break, I hope you take this time at home to do some reading, and I'm really super excited because I just got a shipment of books in from Amazon. Yes, Amazon is still delivering books right now. I know the libraries have all closed down, so getting deliveries from them is probably out of the question, but Amazon is having some pretty decent sales on books right now and have some really good books at a very good price. So maybe, hook yourself up, get some good books. I'm super excited because, like I said, I got a box of books in yesterday, and I'm ready to read. First is Scythe by Neil Strasserman. Now, those of you who had my class in 10th grade, we read Unwind as a part of our dystopian unit, and it was a great book. Scythe is another dystopian type style book that Strasserman does, and it's about scythe or individuals, death merchants, being the only ones who could actually kill people now in this utopian society where government controls everything, including the population. This book is about two kids who are training to be scythes and the decisions they have to face and make when it comes to, killing people, essentially. It looks really, really good. It's book one of a new series that Strasserman has done. Unwind, for those of you who are interested, also has a few books in that series. So if you liked Unwind, you'll probably like Scythe. I don't know, that's what I've been told 100 times, so I'm really super excited to read this book. Let's see, next I have Stephen King's The Institute. Ooh, it's going to be spooky. I'm really excited for this one. As you can see, this is a pretty big book, pretty large. Stephen King has been on a hot streak lately with a lot of the books he's been publishing, and this one has been coming with rave reviews. It's about a kid who wakes up in his bedroom one day, except for it's not really his bedroom. It looks exactly the same, but there's no windows. When he opens the door, he sees that he's surrounded by other kids who are also trapped in this area. All these kids have superhuman powers, telekinetics and other things. So I'm really, really super interested to see where King's going to go with this book. It's going to be a big read. It's going to take me probably about a week to finish, but I'm really excited because I love Stephen King and most of his works. Next we have Stephen Chbosky's Imaginary Friend. Ooh. So this came from a Goodreads recommendation. If you've never been on Goodreads, go to goodreads.com. There's tons of books on there with fan reviews from fan reviews and reviews from other publishers and stuff like that, critics. And this book came highly recommended by a lot of people. In fact, I believe it was finished second or third place in the horror category for this past year's Goodreads Awards. Stephen Chbosky, he wrote The Perks of Being a Wildflower. Now, though I've never read that book, I know that book is extremely popular. It's sold millions of copies and even was made into a movie. So to see that he wrote a horror book is kind of interesting. This is about a kid who disappears into the woods for 6 days and comes back, and he's completely unharmed. He seems fine. The only issue is now he has stuff going on in his head. He's hearing voices. And I don't know. It's the premise to me sounds really interesting, and I can't wait to see what happens. Next, I've talked a lot about Derek Millman's Scream All Night. Well, this is another book by Derek Millman. It's called Swipe Right for Murder. Grr. This in this teen book, it's about this kid that, he's in a hotel room and he wants to kind of meet somebody or see if he can hang out with someone. So he goes on an app and swipes right to meet someone. The only problem is when he goes to meet them, he finds himself in another room with a dead body. And now he's out. The people are out to get him because obviously he's found the dead body. So I'm kind of interested in seeing where this goes. I don't know. I loved Millman's writing with Scream All Night. It was phenomenal. And so I'm really excited to see what he came up with for Swipe Right for Murder. And it's endorsed by James Patterson. If you don't know James Patterson, he has written tons and tons and tons of books, predominantly like murder mysteries and things of that nature. So if he's endorsing it, that means it's probably a good mystery of some sort. And the last book here is entitled One of Us is Lying, and it's by Karen M. McManus. Now, this book seems really, really cool. What caught my attention about this is it's about a bunch of kids, I think 5 kids, that are stuck in detention together. One of them's like a jock, one of them is a nerd, one of them is just a regular kid at school. One of them is like in charge of this app that he created that tells the school's gossip and all these gossipy stories and stuff and rumors that are going around the school. So as the detention comes to an end, though, that kid that created the app, he's now dead. And it's now, they got to figure out, the police have to figure out who's the killer, who killed this one kid in detention. So One of Us is Lying. It got rave reviews, and there's been some sequels that have been released recently as well. So I'm really excited about this. Those of you who know who Miss Bohannon is, I actually spoke with her yesterday. Miss Bohannon reads a lot of teen fiction and loves and gives a lot of good recommendations. I asked her if she read it, and she said she had, and she absolutely adores this book. So One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. She highly recommends it. I'm highly recommending it to you. Guys, I hope you find these books helpful. I'm excited to read during the spring break. I know it looks like a ton to read, but hopefully I'll get it all done during this time. I miss you guys. I love you bunches, and hopefully you're doing well. All right, let me know if there's anything I can do for you as we move into this awesome, awesome spring break time at home. Until next time, see y'all later.